Please remain standing. This is our 100th Convocation. Welcome to all. I'm sorry there's a little Irish mist out there just to bless the proceedings, and that we had to close the ring road, so it was a little awkward for some of you to get in, but of course out of that problem is a wonderful opportunity. There's a very large amount of construction going on at the present time, and hence these disruptions which we live through and are delighted when we come out the other side. Would you please join Mr. John McGill in singing O Canada?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may well be seated. Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 100th Convocation of the University of Waterloo. The 100th Convocation. As I was thinking of today, and all of you young graduates ready to begin working, I was thinking of the president of a company who was scheduled to speak at an important convention. So he asked one of his young employees to write a punchy 20-minute speech so that he could deliver this speech at the convention. The president returned from this big event. He was furious. He turned to his young employee. He said, "What's the big idea of writing a 1-hour-long speech?" Half the audience walked out before I finished. The young employee was baffled. "I wrote you a 20-minute speech," he replied. "I gave you 2 extra copies with it as you requested." So it's lovely to see all of these young faces and all excited to meet the challenges ahead. Here at Waterloo, each convocation is a celebration of the achievements of our graduates. And this morning we celebrate with those graduates in applied health sciences and the environment. On behalf of the Board of Governors and the Senate of the University, I would like to express congratulations and best wishes to all those who graduate this morning. Please savor every minute of today's ceremony and the celebrations that will follow with your circle of family and friends. Today is a rite of passage to an exciting future where you can apply knowledge, share your expertise, or continue learning. I also welcome the families and guests of the graduating students. Your presence today is a tangible demonstration of your support and commitment to their success. We will begin with the conferring of honorary degrees and titles on individuals who have distinguished themselves in the Academy. We will then confer bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. Finally, medals will be awarded to graduating students who have excelled in their studies. The proceedings will take less than 2 hours, and we ask that you remain in your places until convocation is adjourned and the academic procession has left the convocation hall. The ceremony blends certain age-old university rites and protocols with a spirit of informality which characterizes Waterloo. We trust that it will be an occasion to enjoy, an occasion to remember. I offer you my congratulations, and as you move from Waterloo, I challenge you to take risks, be unconventional, but do not forget that honesty, integrity, and strength of character should be the driving force in all that you do. As an aside, when I was your age, I was introduced to a book by Napoleon Hill, who wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich, a wonderful book that studies success stories of businessmen, politicians, doctors, scientists, and others. The book analyzed the principles behind their success and explained it in very simple terms, concluding finally with this line: what the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve. What the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve. So one day, when finally you've made your mark in this world, make sure that you give back to others less fortunate. After all, every one of us has benefited from the wisdom, advice, and generosity of others that have helped shape our careers. So let me end now with a Chinese proverb. As the Chinese proverb says, if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. But if you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody. So thank you, all of you who are attending this convocation, and welcome again.
Mr. Chancellor, I present David Dietrich. David Dietrich spent his entire university career in the Human Resources Department, an impressive career that spanned 38 years. Mr. Dietrich served as the Director of Pension and Benefits from 1999 until his retirement in the fall of 2009. It was a portfolio that, due to its complexity, required an extremely high degree of expertise. Through his strong stewardship and guidance, Mr. Dietrich was a critical contributor to the health of the university's pension and benefit plans. Mr. Dietrich was also the driving force behind the creation of the university's Employee Assistance Program approximately 20 years ago. At that time, the EAP concept was very new, but he saw the value it represented for all UW employees and lobbied successfully to establish a program here at Waterloo. Today, EAP is an integral part of almost every organization, including UW. It is difficult to put into a few words the significant impact Mr. Dietrich has had on this institution. However, I can say without reservation that David has always been intensely proud to be part of the company and the cause, and has left a legacy of compassion, leadership, and integrity. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his long and distinguished career at the University of Waterloo and in human resources, I request that you bestow the title Honorary Member of the University upon David Dietrich.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Peter Olufemi Adenye. And I also welcome his wife, his 3 sons, and other family members and colleagues from Nigeria. Peter Olufemi Adenye received a PhD in geography in 1978 with specialization in remote sensing and geographic information systems, GIS, from the University of Waterloo. For 3.5 decades, Professor Adenye was a faculty member at the University of Lagos in Nigeria. Most of his professional life has been devoted to fostering the adoption, adaptation, and application of remote sensing and GIS across Africa. He has served in major leadership positions, such as the founding president, African Association of Remote Sensing of the Environment, and vice chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, Akura, or FUTA, in Ondo State from 2002 to 2006. At FUTA, he transformed academic programs and administrative operations through aggressive faculty and staff recruitment and faculty and staff development initiatives, improved facilities, and created a transparent, decentralized, and participatory administration. During his tenure, the National Universities Commission ranked FUTA as the best technology university in Nigeria. Since 2008, he has been pro-chancellor of the University Ado-Ekiti. In addition to his contribution to the development of tertiary education, remote sensing, and GIS, he has made significant contributions to national development in Nigeria. For example, he was seconded to the National Directorate of Food, Roads, and Rural Infrastructure. In that time, he initiated and coordinated a national inventory of community-based infrastructural facilities for every town and village in Nigeria, a system now used by both public and private organizations in Nigeria, as well as by other international organizations to support their work. Peter Adenye became an officer of the Order of the Niger, conferred by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in January 2006. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his remarkable accomplishments in scholarship, educational leadership, and service to Nigeria and Africa, I request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Environmental Studies, honoris causa, upon Peter Olufemi Adenye.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the Honorable Monique Bejan. Dr. Bégin is a distinguished advocate, scholar, politician, and statesperson whose ideas and actions have enriched the health and quality of life of millions of people around the world. After emigrating from Europe, Dr. Bégin spent her formative years in an economically disadvantaged neighborhood in Montreal. She rose above this challenge to receive her PhD from the Sorbonne in France. After graduation, she helped craft an influential Royal Commission report on the status of women. Dr. Bégin was elected to the Canadian House of Commons 3 times, beginning in 1972. She was appointed to cabinet by Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau, beginning with national revenue and then as Minister of Health and Welfare. She has been an ardent defender and supporter of public health care in Canada. Her actions have included drafting the Canada Health Act, which enshrined 5 core principles into our nation's health care system. Other accomplishments have included enhanced funding for health research, new measures for Aboriginal health, the creation of a child tax credit, and increases in income supplements for seniors. After retiring from politics, Dr. Bégin became the inaugural chair in Women's Studies at the University of Ottawa and later Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences. She inspired faculty to adopt a vision of health similar to our own Faculty of Applied Health Sciences, a vision that considers and responds to an interacting array of social, economic, developmental, and environmental determinants. In 2008, Dr. Bégin served on the World Health Organization Commission, which produced a seminal report on health and equity. It is essential reading for anyone involved in health promotion. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of her record of bold ideas and action to improve health and social justice across the lifespan, I request that you confer the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, upon the Honorable Monique Bégin. I'd now like to invite Dr. Bégin to address Convocation.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, members of faculty, graduates, families, and friends of the graduates. I consider it a very special honor to be granted an honorary doctorate from the University of Waterloo at its 100th convocation here this morning in the heart of Canada's technology triangle. My sincere thanks to all for this recognition. Canadian universities all know and are a little envious that for 18 years in a row, maybe 19, I don't recall, I didn't check, Waterloo has been named Canada's most innovative university in the Maclean's annual university rankings. May I add, Mr. President, that it's an added pleasure to see you today in your 11th year as president of the University of Waterloo. remembering, as the former Montrealer that I am, your long years of dynamic leadership as McGill's principal. It's no accident that I find myself associated with the granting of degrees in applied health sciences and in the environment, two great faculties. Life has involved me in health issues broadly defined for the past 35 years. And I spent, as was said in the citation, the last 5 years exploring the socio-economic determinants of health. Have you ever wondered why some people are healthy and others not? Is it only due to one's genetic makeup from birth or to unhealthy individual lifestyle? No. In fact, experts say that one's biological makeup can count for not much more than a slim 10% of the factors determining your health. So how is health gained and lost? Well, it is social classes, and we in Canada think we're a very egalitarian society. We don't like to speak of or mention social classes, but it's our different socio-economic status that do predict health status in every society. Health gets worse at every step down the social ladder. This is true for us in Canada, and it's true within and between countries of the world. In other words, if you're educated with a good job, a stable family, networks of colleagues, friends, neighbors, if you live in a healthy physical environment, if you belong, and the list goes on, you normally enjoy good health. Social determinants of health simply refer to the social conditions in which people are born, live, work, and die. So, what good does it do to treat people's illnesses, then send them back to the conditions that made them sick? Why invest more and more in hospital care and less in social housing, food security, job retraining, income security, or early childhood development? Healthcare systems, our Canadian Medicare, for example, are only one determinant of health. It has been estimated by the Canadian Institute for Advanced Research, which I think you shared at one point, Mr. President, that the reparative work of healthcare systems, because medical care does not produce health, at the best it restores it, impacts health outcomes for no more than 25%. There's now good evidence that the healthiest and happiest societies are those with the most equal distribution of income. Some of you may have heard Larry King's June the 2nd interview with Bill Gates and his father. By some chance, I watch TV. I watch that. I don't usually. I don't have time, but I want to. Answering questions on the American economy, Bill Gates Jr., Microsoft Bill Gates, answered matter of fact that he had just paid $6 billion US in taxes, implying that it was the price to pay to live in a civilized society. And his dad added that he wished the US taxation system was more progressive. I must say I was impressed. Now, is action possible? Yes, it is, and it's urgent. How? By shedding, and I borrowed that from thinkers, Galbraith and Professor Mark Kingwell, by shedding the culture of contentment, that's the way Galbraith called it, in which we live, and our excessive entitlement disorder. And that concept was just coined at the Société Savante somewhere in Montreal, I think it was, by a Professor Mark Kingwell from U of T. Secondly, by saying loud and clear that sharing public funds, both taxes and revenues, for public good does matter to Canadians. And lastly, by raising the health of the poorest, fastest, at home and abroad. Let me quote a colleague of mine on that wonderful commission to which I participate, Amartya Sen, the Nobel Prize economist, great economist. And I quote him, "The success of an economy and of a society cannot be separated from the lives that the members of the society are able to lead. We not only value living well and satisfactorily, but also appreciate having control over our own lives." Let me conclude with the very first sentence of our International Commission's report, and I quote, "Social justice is a matter of life and death." This is the challenge I leave with you. It applies to the condition of daily lives, to the governments we give ourselves, and to our role in globalization performance. So congratulations and the best for the rest of your life.
Dr. Bejan, on behalf of the members of the graduating class, thank you very much for your wonderful words of wisdom. Mr. Dietrich, on behalf of the staff and faculty of the University of Waterloo, thank you very much for your wonderful contributions. And Drs. Bejan and Annette and Day, I am very pleased to welcome you to the group of very distinguished University of Waterloo alumni. Good morning, members of the graduating class. The moment that you have been very patiently waiting for and you work very hard has finally arrived. We will proceed with the conferring of the degrees, for which may I ask you please rise. Mr. Chancellor, I present those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and the university, I hereby mention to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto obtained.
You may be seated. May I please ask Jordan Anderson to come forward and deliver the valedictory address.
Mr. Chancellor, members of the Convocation, family, friends, and you, the graduating class of 2010. Take a deep breath. Breathe it in. 208 weeks, 1,460 days, 35,040 hours. That's how long this journey's been. Give or take a few million minutes or so. Here we sit at the face of our accomplishments, about to enter a new phase in our lives, a job as a climatologist, recreational therapist or ergonomist, professional school in medicine, physiotherapy, athletic therapy, or occupational therapy, research in cardiovascular physiology, peat moss hydrology, or health informatics. Or if 10 years of school and a PhD wasn't enough, maybe a postdoc or two. We sit here not only in front of our friends, family, and coworkers, but on a new stage with the whole world as our audience. Expectations are high, but we will rise to the occasion. Follow me back on a trip to first year, stepping in a residence for the first time. Worried about what your dawn is going to be like, how the cafeteria food's going to taste? and the fact that you've already nicknamed your roommate Goran the Destroyer. Now look at yourselves. Look at your classmates beside you. See how far we've come from a group of worried first-year students to university graduates? So here's to you. Here's the hours spent in the E&V coffee shop instead of any of the Tim Hortons on campus. Sleepovers in the BMH lounge for one reason or another. The games museum when you really needed a break. Farmers market in the E&V courtyard. Still knowing what ES stands for. How ASHM our student society is. And to the devastating realization the first time you found out that the Tim Hortons in the Student Life Center was now closed at 7 p.m. that Sunday night before your assignment was due the next Monday morning. Here's to the feeling you had when you watched Team Canada win the World Junior Championships in 2009 to cap off a 5-year win streak. We'll get them next year, boys. Here's that same feeling you got watching men's and women's hockey capture gold at the Olympics just this past year in Vancouver. Here's to our teaching assistants, professors, lab instructors, and our coaches, and how they become not only our mentors, but our friends over the past couple of years. And those who are still with us will continue to guide us, while those who are not will always be remembered. Here's to the friends you made along the way, and how they'll always be your family away from home. I want you to look up into the crowd. Find your parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, aunts and uncles, and wave at them. This is our thank you to everything you've done while we spent our time here at the University of Waterloo, and a promise to start paying you back for all the monetary help you provided over the past couple of years. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Steve Prefontaine once said, "To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift." Every single one of us has given it our best. We are living proof of what can happen when a group of people give it their best. Be it on the court, in the pool, or around the track as a varsity athlete, or as we be innovative as we plan to better communities across Canada and around the world. All of our accomplishments so far will only be overshadowed by what we do tomorrow. You better start believing it. That tomorrow is now today. A popular hip-hop group by the name of LMFAO told us, "Every day I see my dream. Today, I know how that feels. Today I see my dream. Today I see all of our dreams standing on the cusp of a new chapter in our lives. I see a kinesiologist describing an exercise program for a patient with diabetes, a city planner working to make our neighborhoods more walkable and environmentally friendly, doctor performing orthopedic surgery, a recreational therapist setting up an activity schedule for patients with neurological disorders. I see the director of a sustainability project working to make our research buildings and offices more economical and green. We are the ones everyone will turn to for strategies to minimize climate change. We are the ones who will have the answers to our overloaded healthcare system. We are the ones who will bring academia and research together to practical use in this new decade. To quote Benjamin Franklin, "Well done is better than well said." We are a group of people moving to action. It's time to walk the walk, across the stage, and show the whole world what we have to offer. But always remember, we're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. Sun can't shine every day. Has your breath been taken away? Mine has. And this is just the beginning. Congratulations, class of 2010. You did it.
Thank you, Jordan. In his remarks, Jordan referred to the support of parents and family and grandfathers and grandmothers and brothers and sisters and friends and asked you to wave to them. I'd now like all of those parents and grandparents and brothers and sisters and significant others to stand up in your seats now, so our graduates can applaud you for your support of them through these years. We encourage you to take photographs. To do that best when your favorite graduate is crossing the stage. Wait until your graduate has assembled over here to my left, your right, and at that point, please come to this area to my right, your left, and form a queue so that when your graduate is crossing the stage and coming down the steps, she'll be at the head of the queue. And then when you've taken your picture, please return to your seats so that another family member can come along and do the same when their graduate comes across the stage. We'll now proceed to the conferring of degrees. Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts, General Recreation and Leisure Studies 4-year. David Del Stephen, Marie Halim, Annette Marie Halim, Sean Tucker. Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts, Honors Recreation and Leisure Studies. Leslie Ann Leona Adams, Elizabeth Jean Betker, Stephanie Bogdan. Kayla Duraw, Jared Dupuy, Kate Flanagan. Karina Ibbotson. Also, Karina is the recipient of the President's Circle Award for volunteerism. Jessica Kupier, So King Lam, Caitlin McBride. Luis Najira Scott O'Donnell, Jamie Elizabeth Taylor. Hugh Kwan Jenny Poon. Also, Jenny is also the recipient of the President's Circle Award for volunteerism. Elena Tipilo, also the recipient of the Faculty of Applied Health Sciences for Distinguished Academic Achievement Award.
Christine Wong. Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts, Honors, Recreation, and Business. Jessica Berenger, Whitney Bowes, Thomas Bryant. Amanda Lee Carruthers, Tierin Damon, Matthew Robert Davidson. Nicole Carl Gillum, Amy Christina Del Judice, and, Kristen Freeman. Gavin Hepworth, Rachel Hobson, Jameen Koblink. Jonathan Larenchik, Lauren Rebecca Ann Magnus, Melanie Marr. Pierre-Marc Pepin, Jeffrey Robinson, Yana Rutkayova. Cheryl Ann Christie Schrick, Ryan Robert Scott, Caitlin Smith. Brenna Spademan, Alan Taylor, Jessica Weeks. Jinyi Yu. Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts, Honors, Therapeutic Recreation. Laura Michelle McCott, Carrie Briscoe, Daniel Collins. Eliza Cooper. Eliza is also the recipient of the President's Circle Award for Volunteerism. Danielle Coughlin, Marianne Clavell, Elsie Emsley. Carrie Denise Gadbury, Elisa Graham, Rebecca Lydia Higgs. Craig Jones, Denisa Knight, Jocelyn Landry. Jacqueline Lewin, Bethany McKay, Tiffany Teresa Noguera. Jamie Pinkerton, Catherine Amy Schooley, Christina Elizabeth Shippery. Michael Scholdes Stewart, Amanda Simpson, Nancy Spreitzer. Randy Lynn Wilson. Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, General Kinesiology, 4-year. Bridget Ellen Arnold, Michael Daidula, Erica Hilborn. Amanda Yvonne Keach, Angela Lee, Joshua Martner. Indu Murali, Jennifer Kwan, Rebecca Radonovich. Nejo Sarnak, Yosef. Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honors Health Studies. Tamiwa Adarmola, Rita Ajakum Tankwai, Karen Asman. Michelle Ray Valcour, Amin Mojani, Melissa Nicole Borthwick. Jennifer Burbidge, Marissa Casey, Sarah Canizares. Justin David Charles, Nai Wachau, Adam Jeffrey Cole. Sarah Cooper, Christina Fagan, Heather Foster. Sarah Ann Garthouse, Amanda Georgis, Ashlinder Gill. Anita Stephanie Glover, Ursula Georgie, Stephanie Hattie. Melanie Henry Hayden, Amanda Elizabeth Hurd, Tanya Marie Hume. Iskran Kanchev, also the recipient of the Faculty of Applied Health Sciences for Distinguished Academic Achievement Award. Sarah Johnson, Aisha Khan, Tiffany Lowe. Eba Abdul Manin, Jenna McDonald, Melissa Elaine Isabel McGuire. Anna Nugent, Stephanie Oschlegel, Prudy Patel. Ashley Phillips, Emily Pirano, Amelia Plota J. Jennifer Powell, Rebecca Prey, Rana R.M. Rashid. Sarah Joanna Resendiz, Bridget Ross, Jacqueline Russell. Sandra Sabaratan, Leoma Salem, Amanda Kathleen Scales. Anam Shadab, Alice Sang, Joanne Wong. Corey Wood, H. Blake Hood. Mr. Chancellor, we have one more Bachelor of Science Honors Health Studies degree to be awarded posthumously to Blake Hood. Mr. Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the degree Bachelor of Science Honors Kinesiology. Jordan Anderson, Kelly Bacchus, Alice Barkley. Alice Barkley, sorry. Matthew Barlow, James Bateman, Whitney Baxter. Karen Cully Belfall, Danielle Bennett, Darren Bloomsburg. Melissa Botts, Eliza Butler, Laurel Calhoun. Anna Marie Angela Cardadima, Craig Bradley Kazira, Andrew Senton. Jocelyn Kaur Shanhal, Jade Chen, Cynthia Chen. Jackson Chen, Linda Chang, Pamela Christie. Ashley Korick, Kevin Daw, Stephanie Rose McCunon. Christian de Millville, Patrick Downey, Christina Durham. Stephanie Ebrio, Charlene Fan, Emma Catherine Fike. Suzanne Ruth Fountain, Paul Franklin, Anthony Giorgani. David Alexander Scott Hardy, Brent Hicks, Andrew Hill. Allison Hogg, Allison Howarth, Daniel James. Andrew John Jeffrey. Andrew is also the recipient of the Faculty of Applied Health Sciences for Distinguished Academic Achievement Award. Rachel Yancey, Luke William Johnson, Lauren Margaret Kitchen. Christopher Lamb, Melinda Singming Low, Cho Lanok, Cho Lanok. Michael Lem, Celia Blue, Heather Lilaco. Leanne Lynn, Jacqueline Lowe, Eden Naomi Longstaff. Randy Luciano, Christopher Lunn, Cameron Limburn. Anthony Manisker, Lydia Matthews, Ashley McEwen. Kimberly Mascaros, Sean Meyer, Aaron Rose Mitzel. Sarah Madur, Candace Mongro, James Murphy. Melody Ng, Tina Nugent, Chi Kwan Nugent. Lisa Noonan, Danielle O'Driscoll, Brittany Orton. Allison Orwell, Aaron Parsons, Anish Gathadia. Brad Thomas, Brian Plata, Julia Prout, Marianne Redicott. Congratulations. Eric Benjamin Reed, Joey Sasia, Jacqueline Schwint. Justin Skidmore, Stephanie Shea, Melissa Stewart. Emily Stock, Vanessa Sun, Gerald Sun. Jonathan Thacker, Caitlin Marie Turney, Matthew Trott. Anton Trin, Robert Tishimura, Tony Turnout. W. Tyler Vivian, Tianen Vu, Caitlin Wakefield. Mitchell Wady, Benjamin Willis Leak, Aaron Wong. Julie Wolf. Mr. Chancellor, thank you very much.
Mr. Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present to you the candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the Bachelor of Environmental Studies General Geography 3-year program. John Alexander Davison, Alexander Ross Hunter, Wai Fook Kai Ingo. Mr. Chancellor, now I present to you the candidates who have fulfilled the requirement for the Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Honors, Environment and Business. Connor James Amorosi, David Benias, Daniel Beer. Heather Ann Bigelow, Brent Gordon Barker, Andrea Caban. Dorothy Chow, Alvin Chung, David Chris. Nicholas Cloet, Hillary Brooke Wilson Cornell, Jennifer Adelina Delaquila. Della Fria Dorabji, Vincent Feng, Alexander Gilliver. Robert Hanna, Lauren Elizabeth Hurst, Daniel Hussey. Jason Canny, Philip Kwan, Nathan Daniel Martin. Ashley McDonald, Young Soo Park, Andrew Sekali. Stephanie Sleeth, Peter Smalley, Leslie Amelia Sovereign. Anna Christine Starks Jacob, Amanda Zettel, Emily Yindian Tam. Long Ting Loni Sui. Mr. Chancellor, I now present to you the candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Honors, Environment and Resource Studies. Stephanie Belladent, Derek Bellevue, William Buttle. Tanya Chang. She is also the recipient of the Faculty of Environment for Distinguished Academic Achievement Award. Eric Cameron, Emily Yanhua Cho, Bradley Clint. Kevin DeMille, Miyar Ezekiel Mishar Daniok, Courtney Gilson. Daphne Fern Goxen, Emma Foster Goldhawk, Catherine Hajdur. Tina Halimi, Thomas Ho, Sandy Hoang. Christine Lee Humphrey, Shauna Ivan, Magdalena Janik. Catherine Kinsella, Catherine Lennon, David Charles Lecitra. Jingshu Liu, Amber Matusiak, Alistair McGillivray. Courtney McNamara, Barry Moss, Nathan Orr. Stacy Peel, Jessica Piskorowski, Azka Rahman. Christopher Adrian Roth, Chuck Ying Siu, Jessica Mary Smith. Jesse Van Robois, John Frank Vecchio, Ashley Wazilku. Johanna Wisco, Kathy Waldmeyer, Mike Wolinski. My apologies for that. Danielle Catherine Woon, Heather Lee Wright. Mr. Chancellor, it's my pleasure now to present to you the candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Honors Geography. Adam Ali, Stephen Christopher Carr-White, Jennifer Causer. Jeffrey Yu-Hin Chan, Eric Chut, Lin Duong. Kenneth Wayne Edwards, Jason Gotts, Anna Mary Goldberg. Nicholas William Hambley, Siu Kao Hui, Catherine Ann McInnes. Colin McCarter, Christina Michelli, Caitlin Moore. Graham Pope. Graham is also the recipient of the Faculty of Environment for Distinguished Academic Achievement Award. Carl Andrew Pratt, Moniard Dizzy Sithol, Jennifer Tevis. Brittany Walters, Piao Daniel Chia, King Tak Yu. Mr. Chancellor, I now present to you the candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Honors Geography and Environmental Management. Bradley Booker, Kevin Campbell, Alison Alina Casson. Stephen Chuki, Monica Mary Deveau, Charles Eddy. James Locker Cotter, Heather Michi, Lisa Mungal. Erika Tek Waipoon, Lisa Michelle Rombo, Nicola Sove. Nicholas Andreas Swasina, Chuck Ying, Virginia Wong, Tony Wu. Mr. Chancellor, I now present to you the candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Honors Planning. Aditya Adagitala, Corey Adrian, Jonathan Agaton. Lina Al-Dajani, Eric Bays, Michael Benson. Paul Ronald Black, Tyler Allen Brad, Glennis Kenneth. Stacy Chan, Wei Ling Chan, Jacqueline Chang. Nicholas Leon Chu, Laura Catherine Dravitz, Sarah English. Michael Julian Fasano, Michael Fox, Kevin Friedrich. Megan Gratty, Caitlin Sarah Grove, Maumi Habib. Evan Halbert, Kalen Hamlin, Kyle Andrew Clarence Callum. Robin Heathcote. Robin is also the recipient of the Faculty of Environment for Distinguished Academic Achievement Award. Carrie Killen, Dennis Kwan, Samantha Labonte. Chi Yang Penny Liang, Yu Chia Jenny Liu, Sarah Longstaff. Alex Lusty, Andrew Kaiyin Mackenzie, Janani Mahendran. Leif Soren Maitland, Jason Malfara, Alexander Marshall. Nicole McKernan, Mark Mechanic, Caitlin Morfitt. Jason Mosdell, Juliet Mugabe, Alia Mishal Nasir. Ola Ifi Ojo, Sarah Owens, Amanda Petit. Elizabeth Reimer, Mary Rountree Watt Beckham Reimer, Michelle Ashley Lynn Rivet. Harvey A. Rotran, David Christian Nocent Schultz, Elana Shanks. Justin Earl James Sharp, Brandon Simon, Vladimir Smilyanek, Nick. Lauren Elizabeth Leigh Sully, Mark Stute, Eric Stafford. Wendy Sun, Joel Swaggerman, Leanne Tam. Frederick Thibault, Ronald Chu, Richard Valenzuela. Cyril Viola, John Willem Voss, Zhuhua Wang. Andrew Wysenweski, William Wong, So Yeon Yoon. Megan Young, Ziqian Zhu, Suna Zubair. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree Masters of Applied Environmental Studies. Nabiu Ali, Faisal Anwar, Jordan Dayton Pipes. Wanda Richardson. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree Master of Arts. Lubna Almazeroy, Sarah Isabel Cully, Katerina Dimitrikova. Juliana Fung. Daniel Alexander Henhock. Christopher Lauder. Matthew Kawai Lee. Dietry Lipte. Catherine Pierce. Jasmine Ratan. Chufei Tu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree Master of Environmental Studies. Corinne Pash, Stuart Alexander Finn, Stephen Hugh Gilmore, Daniel Gutentag. Daniel is also the recipient for Outstanding Achievement in Graduate Studies in a Master's Program. Adnam Salim Khan. Jessica McEachran. Lindsay Hoolan. Michelle Kimberly Rutty. Graham John Smith. Heather Staggart. Jordan John Stewart. Claire Sutherland. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree Master of Science. Megan Ruth Elizabeth Chard. Jacqueline Chop. Mark Daniel McClay DeRochi. Juliana Rose Doxey. Lori Catherine Hall. Kevin Hurley. Michaela Catherine Yancey. Laura Elizabeth McCannon Tripp. Colin David McKinnon. Kathleen Mulroy, Renata Francis Valetis, Rebecca Reed, Chao Feng Wu, Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Grace Akasoa Bando. Jeanette Mary Byrne. Nadine Marie Dunk. Wynne Legan. Sydney Cecily Lineker. Romasa Mahapatra. Cesar Enrique Ortez Guerrera. Allison Smith. Mingming Su. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but who are unable to be present at today's convocation.
Ladies and gentlemen, guests, let's have a round of applause for our newest graduates. Congratulations again, and well done. Mr. Chancellor, I present Stuart McGill. The designation University Professor was established by the University of Waterloo Senate in 2003 to recognize the exceptional scholarly achievements and international preeminence of Waterloo's most accomplished faculty members. Stuart McGill is such a faculty member. Professor McGill is a professor of spine biomechanics in the Department of Kinesiology. He has established an international research reputation for his body of work that has greatly influenced the scientific community and has also been translated for use by practitioners and the general public. Professor McGill has distinguished himself by often exploring controversial applied research issues and emphasizing evidence-based practice. Stuart McGill has published nearly 300 refereed journal and conference papers, delivered nearly 50 keynote addresses, authored 2 books, and delivered more than 150 short courses on spine health to professional and lay groups. He has trained hundreds of undergraduate students and directly mentored dozens of graduate student researchers. Professor McGill has achieved this research success while also providing leadership, having served with distinction as chair of the Department of Kinesiology and as president of the Canadian Society of Biomechanics. He is currently appointed by the Ontario Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care to the Transitional Council charged with developing the Professional Regulatory College of Kinesiologists of Ontario. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his many accomplishments, I ask that you convey the title University Professor on Stuart McGill. The Graduate Studies Office, in collaboration with the Graduate Student Association, established the Award of Excellence in Graduate Supervision to recognize faculty members who have demonstrated outstanding commitment and success in the supervision of their graduate students. Graduate student supervision has many dimensions, including being a mentor, advisor, collaborator, strategist, sponsor, supporter, and sometimes a lifelong friend. The relationship between graduate student and supervisor is complex, and effective graduate supervision requires dedication and commitment to all aspects of the welfare and success of the student. Mr. Chancellor, I present Dr. Jack Callahan. Dr. Callahan has graduated 9 Master of Science students and 4 PhD students, and is currently supervising 2 Master of Science students and 7 PhD students. Jack Callahan integrates his students into his dynamic research and gives them opportunities to publish and present their findings at prestigious conferences. Many have gone on to be faculty members, postdoctoral fellows, and to research jobs in industry. A student writes, Dr. Callahan's advisory style is to be very open and engage with his students. He typically has an open door for his graduate students, whether to discuss data analysis or a life event. Dr. Callahan has been an exemplary role model for his students, pushed them to excel and maximize their potential as individuals, and constantly conveyed his belief in them as well as his desire for their future success. Dr. Callahan quickly moved through the academic ranks as an assistant professor at the University of Guelph, accepted a Canada Research Chair at the University of Waterloo, and recently achieved the rank of full professor. Throughout this time, he has continually acknowledged his graduate students and his relationship with them as being the source of his success. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of the guidance and inspiration that he has provided to his graduate students, I ask that you present Jack Callahan the Award of Excellence in Graduate Student Supervision. Mr. Chancellor, I now invite John Fauquier to announce the names of the winners of the Alumni Gold Medals.
Mr. Chancellor, members of Convocation, ladies and gentlemen, every year at this time, the University of Waterloo proudly acknowledges the recipients of the Alumni Gold Medal. For 37 years now, this special award has honored those undergraduate and graduate students who have strived for and achieved academic excellence. Not only does this medal represent their hard work and dedication, but it symbolizes the ongoing and vital role of alumni in the life of our university. That's why we take great pride in making sure our alumni stay connected with each other and the university through the Office of Alumni Affairs. During spring convocation, each faculty honors its most distinguished undergraduate, 2 more outstanding students in a master's program, and a doctoral program will also receive this gold medal during fall convocation. Each medal is engraved with the university's name and shield, as well as the recipient's name and faculty. This morning, 2 extraordinary students will join those who have been recognized for their exceptional accomplishments. Mr. Chancellor, as a graduate of the Faculty of Environment at the University of Waterloo in 1985, I'm honored to present to you the 2010 recipient of the Alumni Gold Medal for Applied Health Sciences. He's a graduate of Manitoulin Secondary School and graduates today with a Bachelor of Science Honors Kinesiology degree. Andrew John Jeffrey. Mr. Chancellor, I'm honored to present to you the 2010 recipient of the Alumni Gold Medal for the Faculty of Environment. She's a graduate of Unionville High School in Markham, who graduates today with a Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Environment and Resource Studies. Tanya Cheng.
Chancellor, this is the last graduation ceremony at which two of our deans, Roger Manel and Deep Sane, will participate as deans. And each of them has been an outstanding leader of his faculty and an outstanding statesman for the university. I'd like us all to acknowledge their remarkable contribution to the welfare of the University of Waterloo, Deep and Roger. Above the gates of my old university, there's an inscription in Latin which translates, a part of me remains with you, a part of you remains with me. And that describes the organic relationship that each of you graduates have with this wonderful place, which is the University of Waterloo. You are now its stewards. And as stewards, we expect you to be constructive critics of the university, to watch over it with care, to contribute back to it financially within your means each year so it will be a better place for those who come after, and above all, to carry the banner of the University of Waterloo with great pride wherever you go. Congratulations. We now conclude our proceedings. The convocation party will proceed, followed by the graduates. Families and friends may join their graduates in the Great Hall of the Student Life Center immediately to the left of here proceeding. Thank you.